गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावन चारी यमुना तीरावन चारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावन चारी यमुना तीरावन चारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टो दर्शित श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की नाम ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की समवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। हरे कृष्ण। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So here the discussion is about Narayan Kavach is going on. We saw in last chapter when Indra offended his guru, and because of that all the demigods lost all their opulences. And then they approached Lord Brahma. And Brahma chastised them, how could you do like such a mistake? And then he suggested that you make a Vishwarup as your Purohit, your guru, and perform yajna. By that you will get your opulence back. So last chapter we are hearing how Vishwarup instructed Indra about Narayan Kavacha. He explained to Indra how he should apply all the mantras to different part of his body, like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Narayanaya. So in this chapter, Parikshit Maharaj is asking about Narayan Kavach, how his work, how it is applied. So we saw last 12 verses, today's 13 to 17. So these verses have no purport, so we'll just read and then we'll recite the 17th verse. Jaleshu ma rakshu. Jaleshu mam rakshatu matsamurti yado ganebhya varunasya pashat staleshu maya vatu vamano vyap trivikramam ke vatu vishwarupa. May the Lord who assumed the body of great fish protect me in the water from the fierce animal that are associates of the demigod Varuna. By expanding his illusory energy, the Lord assumed the form of dwarf Vamana. May Vamana protect me on the land. Since the gigantic form of the Lord Vishwarup conquered the three worlds, may he protect me in the sky. Durgeshu attavi jimukhadishu Prabhu Vayan simho surayutha parihi vimucchato yasya mahatayahasam disho dine dyunyapatam chagarbha. May Lord Nrsimhadev, who appeared as the enemy of Hiranyakashipu, protect me in all directions. His loud laughing vibrated in all directions and caused the pregnant wives of the Asuras to have miscarriages. May that Lord be kind enough to protect me in difficult places like the forest and battlefront. Rakshatavaso madhvani yajnakalpa swadramshta yonita dharo varaha Ramo adrikuteshu atha vipravase salakshamano vyad bharatagrajosman. The supreme indestructible Lord is ascertained through the performance of ritualistic sacrifice and is therefore known as Yajneshwara. In his incarnation as Lord Vor, he raised the planet Earth from the water at the bottom of the universe and kept it on his pointed tusk. May that Lord protect me from rocks on the street. May Parshuram protect me on the top of mountain. And may the elder brother of Bharata, Lord Ramachandra, along with his brother Lakshmana, protect me in foreign countries. There are three Rams. One Ram is Parshuram, Jamadagnya. Another Ram is Lord Ramachandra. And third Ram is Lord Balaram. In this was the word Ramo Adri Kuteshwata indicate Lord Parshuram. The brother of Bharat Maharaj and Lakshmana is Lord Ramachandra. Mamugra Dharma Akila Pramada Narayana Patu Narachahasat Datastu Atayoganatha Vayat Gunesha Kapila Karma Bandhat. May Lord Narayan protect me from unnecessary following false religious system and falling from my duties due to madness. May the Lord in his appearance as Naranarayan protect me from unnecessary pride. May Lord Dattatreya, the master of all mystic power, protect me from falling while performing Bhakti Yoga. And may Lord Kapila, the master of all good qualities, protect me from the material bondage of fruitive activity. Repeat after me. Sanat Kumaro Vatukama Devat Hare Sri Shamam Pati Deva Helanat देवर्षिवर्य पुरुषार्चनादन्तरात् कृमो हरिर्मां निर्याद अशेषात् सनत्कुमारो वटुकामदेवात् हयश्रीषा मां पतिदेव हेलनात् हयश्रीषा देवर्षिवर्य पुरुषार्चनान्तरात् कृमो हरिर्मां निर्याद अशेषात् सनत्कुमार वटुकामदेवात् हयश्रीषा मां पतिदेव हेलनात् देवर्षिवर्य पुरुषार्चनान्तरात् कृमो हरिर्मां निर्याद अशेषता सनत्कुमारो वटुकामदेवात् माता जी Sanat Kumara, the great brahmachari named Sanat Kumar, Avatu may protect Kamadeva from the hand of Cupid or lusty desire. Hare Sirsa, Lord Hygriva, the incarnation of the Lord, whose head is like that of horse. Mam, me, Pati, on the path. Deva Helena, from the neglecting to offer respectful obeisances to Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, and the Supreme Lord. Deva Rishi Varya, the best of the saintly sages, Narada, Purusharchana Antarat, from the offenses in worshipping the deity. Kurma, Lord Kurma, the tortoise. Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mam, me, Nirayat, from hell. Asheshat, unlimited. Translation proposed by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. May Sanat Kumar protect me from lusty desires as long as I begin some auspicious activity. May Lord Hygriva protect me from being an offender by neglecting to offer respectful obeisances to the Supreme Lord. May Devarasi Narada protect me from committing offenses in worshipping the deity. May Lord Kurma, the tortoise, protect me from falling to the unlimited hellish planet. Lusty desires are very strong in everyone, and they are the greatest impediment to the discharge of devotional service. Therefore, those who are very much influenced by lusty desires are advised to take shelter of Sanat Kumar, the great brahmachari devotee. Narada Muni, who is the guide for Archana, is the author of the Narada Pancharatra, which prescribe the regulatory principle for worshipping the deity. Everyone engaged in deity worship, whether at home or in the temple, should always seek the mercy of Devarasi Narada in order to avoid the 32 offenses while worshipping the deity. These offenses in deity worship are mentioned in Nectar of Devotion. Hare Krishna. So, Sanat Kumar, what Autama. They are praying that may Sanat Kumar protect me from lusty desire. So these prayers are very important. One who hears this prayer, recite these prayers, Lord personally protects such persons. The path of bhakti is completely depend on Kripa or mercy. And Krishna is an ocean of mercy. And his devotee also ocean of mercy. Kripa Sindhu Bevacha. So, therefore, Narayan Kavacha, how a devotee should pray to the Lord and his devotee. Here, praying to Sanat Kumar and Narada Muni also. So, the path of bhakti, we are completely dependent on the mercy of the Lord. Therefore, we should always pray for their mercy. Like Sanat Kumar, Narada Muni, even Prayas Acharya. One may think that Prayas Acharya is not in front of us. So how can we pray to them? But they are Nitya Siddha. They are beyond a time and space. So therefore, this Prayas Acharya, we can pray to them and their mercy is available to us. We have to beg for their mercy. And just by begging their mercy, we can overcome all difficult obstacles in the material world. So, we have some experiences from some years we are practicing devotional service. Everyone is practicing devotional service. So, we face many difficulties in spiritual life. There are many challenges. It may be internal, external challenges. A devotee should pray for the mercy of the Lord to remove these difficulties. And a devotee should side by side keep practicing the process of devotional service sincerely. Because Prabhupada explained this material world, the path of devotional service, this kama vasana, this material lusty desire, is most entangling. What Prabhupada explained? It is impediment in discharge of devotional service. Here everyone is harassed by this lusty desire. Srimad Bhagavatam explains Hridaya Roga, heart disease. So, and Lord is a specialist in this treatment, to give treatment to this heart disease. So, Lord and his devotee can treat the disease of the heart, that is kama vasana, kama desire. So, when we say lusty desire, kama vasana, people think that it is sexual desire. But any definition of lusty desire is any desire which is not favorable for the desires favorable to Krishna's desire. Lord is a supreme enjoyer, and we are part and parcel of Lord. So one should not think that because we are part, we can also enjoy little bit. You know. But, but living entity, living beings are by nature, they are potency of the Lord. They cannot become enjoyer. By nature, they are enjoyed by the Lord. So one should not think that Lord is enjoyer, I also can enjoy a little bit. Lord marries 16,000 wives, I can also keep 2-3 wives or enjoy last. So this desire, only conscious being can have desire. Matter cannot have desire. But our desire should be to to please the Lord. Therefore, we cannot become enjoyer. We see that people think that, I am enjoying life, I am enjoying eating, I am enjoying seeing. But that is not enjoyment. It is a seed for future suffering. यही संस्पर्शा भोगा दुख योने एवते आदि अंतवंत कौन्तेय न तेषु रमति बुधा. Whatever enjoyment we are trying to get in this material world, it is not enjoyment. It is only illusory. It is maya only. But we think we are enjoying it, but it is a cause of suffering. Because by nature we are not enjoyer. Our happiness, our satisfaction is in satisfying the Lord, pleasing the Lord. By pleasing the Lord, living entity can be happy. So therefore, as long as we have this lusty desire, this kama vasana, we cannot practice devotional service. So we have to give up this mentality of enjoying mentality. We cannot enjoy a blade of grass because that is not our nature. We cannot enjoy anything. We think that we are enjoying because of illusion. So what is bhakti means? Bhakti means to satisfy the senses of the Lord. Atmendriya prityavancha tare bale kam, Krishnendriya prityavancha dhare premanam. What is kam? To try to satisfy our own senses is called kama. And try to satisfy the senses of Krishna is called prem. Krishnendriya prityavancha dhare premanam. So kama is perverted form of prem. Therefore, only by devotional service we can overcome this kama. And for that, we have to undergo many training, practicing devotional service. And this training should start from very beginning, from the age of 5 only. That how to satisfy the senses of the Lord, how to please the Lord. Every intelligent person should get this training. Because one becomes happy only by pleasing the Lord. If we try to become happy independently, it's not possible. When we independently try to enjoy, that is kama vasana. That is material desire, lust desire. Therefore, Narad Panchata explained what is bhakti. Saropadhir vinirmuktva tatparatven nirmalam rusikena rusikesha sevanam bhakti rochate. To give up all designation and try to satisfy the senses of the Lord, try to please the Lord. We do not have any other desire other than pleasing the Lord. Anya bilashita shunya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us the example of gopis. How gopis in all situations, they were thinking about how to please the Lord. Even when Akrura took Krishna Balaram to Mathura, still in Viraha, they were thinking about Krishna. They were so absorbed in Krishna, in separation, that they were acting out the pastime of the Lord. But they were not thinking about themselves. They were not unhappy because Krishna left them. They were unhappy because they were thinking that how can Krishna be happy? Krishna cannot be happy. without us. So they were thinking only about Krishna's pleasure. Yeah. So Srila Prabhupada has given us this package from morning to evening. How to engage our senses in the service of the Lord. From morning, from getting up in the morning till evening, there are many different engagement by which we can engage our senses, engage ourselves in pleasing the Lord. But problem is that we don't do it mechanically as a routine, and therefore we don't get any rasa out of that. And as long as we don't get any rasa, we cannot be free from this material desire. Therefore, His Holiness Deva Swami Maharaj explained that when we are practicing devotional service, there should be much excitement. We get utsaha, get enthusiasm with practice devotional service. When going bed in previous nights, we get excitement that tomorrow I have to attend Mangalarti. And next morning getting up with great enthusiasm, one should come to temple before curtain is open. And with great enthusiasm, participate in having darshan of the Lord from the lotus feet to His face, and it should be get excitement. See how His Lord is dressed, what color Lord dress is wearing. In this way, and then also chanting time with great excitement, get utsaha, one should chant the holy name of the Lord, meditating, considering every word of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. In this way, we can overcome this material desire. Completely engage our senses in the Supreme Lord's service. Savayamana Krishna Padaravinda. So, Srimad Bhagavatam also explained that one should take darshan of the Lord for a long time. Like घूरना, भगवान को घूरते रहना. If you किसी को और घेरेंगे तो लोग देखेंगे प्रॉब्लम क्या, लेकिन Lord has no problem. As long as you want to see Him, He is ready to stand there and give His darshan. So for a long time, at least 50 minutes, half an hour, we should take the darshan of the Lord. Lord is very attractive. Lord's beauty is much attractive. When Lord Krishna was playing his flute, the river Yamuna would stop flowing. Even calf stopped drinking milk of cows and just stand there painting. Similarly, Lord's beauty is so attractive. And we can overcome this heart disease of lusty desire or material desire. The Rupa Goswami says, if you want to become free from this desire of material desire, then look at the Lord's face. Indirectly says, don't go to Vamsivat. If you go there, who is standing there? Goenji is standing there with three-fold bending from casting his sidelong glances and playing his flute. And if you see him, then he'll lose all material desire. So indirectly he is saying that if you want to become free from material desire, you should go and see the Govinda there. Smeram bhangi tare prachita sachi vistirna drushti vamsi nasta kishala ujjvala chandra kena govindamakyam haritanam itati keshi tirthopagante ma prekshistastav yadi sake bandhu sangya stiranga. So he said that you must go and have darshan of the Lord. Only then this heart, Lord can only cure this disease. You see that in Ramayana, Ravana. Ravana is a personification of lust. So there are so many material desires in our heart. Ravana had 10 heads. And when Lord Ram used to cut one head, another hand would pop up. So similarly, there are so many material desires in the heart of living entity. But when Lord Ram shoot his arrow at his chest, then Ravana was killed. Similarly, when we surrender to the Lord, Lord can remove all these material desires from the heart. Therefore, we should pray, my Lord, please free us from this material desire. When Prahlad Maharaj was asked by Narasimhadev, please ask any benediction. Prahlad Maharaj said, no, my Lord, I am not a businessman. I am not surrender to you or performed your service for anything. But when Lord insisted, he said, Yadi dasyasya me kaman varam cha varadarshava kamadina sammurho bhavati cha. So he said that, my Lord, you are the varadarshava. You can give any benediction. So I only prayed for benediction that there should be no material desire in my heart. That is the best prayer. So if you maintain any material desire, one cannot please the Lord. And this material world, there is so many distractions. And by this, we are harassed by so many material desires. We said today advertisement. There are so many varieties of things. If you go any mall, one toothpaste, there are so many varieties. People become confused. What should I take? Even our Samartha also, there is a 2-3 soap. So which one you want? So you become confused. Which should I take? Our head become dull. So, Bahu Shakaya Anantascha Bodhaya Avyavasaya Nam. There are so many material desire, and therefore our heart get contaminated by so many material desire, and therefore we cannot perform divine service. Bhogaishwarya pasaktanam taya prata chetasam vyavasayatmaka buddhi samavadavana vidiyate. So this desire for bhoga and aishwarya, one cannot surrender to the Lord. One should pray like Sanat Kumar. Pray like Prahlad Maharaj. Na dhanam, na dhanam, na sundari. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also prayed, my Lord, I do not want anything of this material world. Not any wealth or pleasure or followers. Because if you have any desire, even desire to eat chocolate, one has to come back again in this material world. So one should give up this attachment to material desire. What is 10th offense? After hearing so many glories of the holy name, maintaining material desire. So one should try to give up this material desire, and this is only possible by surrendering to the Lord. Devi Shagunamayi Mama Maya Durattaya Mame Vai Prapadante Maya Metam Tarantite. What to do? To surrender to the Lord. Therefore here, Sanat Kumar, Lord Brahma, before creating any living entity, he created condition for the living entity so that they can live in this material world. Sanak Sanandancha Sanatana Atma Prabhu Sanat Kumaracha Muni Nishkriyam Cha Manum Nishkriya Urdhajayatasa. In the beginning, Brahma created 4 great sages named Sanat, Sanandan, Sanat and Sanat Kumar. All of them were unwilling to adapt materialistic activity because they were highly elevated due to their semen falling upward. Although Brahma created the principle of science as matter of necessity, before the factual creation of living entity in different varieties of species, the condition under which a living being in the material world has to live were created by Brahma. What is that? He created Ajnana. What is it? ससर्जे अंधतमिश्र अततमिश्र अधिकृत महामोह च मोहम च तमस अंजसा वृत्तये. Before Brahma first created nascent engagement in self-deception, sense of death, anger after frustration, sense of false ownership, and the illusory bodily conception. These 5 type of ignorance Brahmaji created. So by that, living entity can forget the Lord and can stay in the material world. Because without forgetting Lord, we cannot stay in this material world. So he created this atmosphere by which, what is first? The condition under which living being in the material world has to live were created by Brahma. Unless living entity forget his real identity, self-deception. He forgets it is impossible for him to live in this material condition of life. Therefore, the first condition of material existence is forgetfulness of the Lord. Forgetfulness of one's real identity. And by forgetting one's real identity, one is sure to afraid of death. What is it? A sense of death. When one forget his real identity, you become afraid of death. Because as soul cannot never dies. But he forget it, and therefore he become afraid of death. Although pure living soul is deathless and birthless, this false identification with material nature is cause of false ownership. A thing which is offered by the arrangement of superior control. So therefore, to forget the Lord, so that he can live in it, can stay in this material world. Brahma also created 4 principles of knowledge to come out of this ajnana, ignorance. That is Sankhya, Yoga, Aishwarya, and Tapasya. Vairagya and Tapasya, Sankhya means differentiating eternal from temporary. Yoga, Vairagya, and Tapasya. And for these 4 principles, he created 4 Kumaras. But 4 Kumaras were from very beginning, from birth, they were detached from this material world. When Lord Brahma, their father, requested them to populate the world by getting progeny, they refused the father Brahma. Because there is so many complications. So by their yogic power, they remain 5-year-old only. They said when you grow up, there remain so many complications. So they remain 5 years old only. And when they refused the order of the Brahma, Brahma became angry. From his between the eyebrows, Lord Shiva took birth, and he had given order to populate the world, and he started giving birth to Bhut, Pishach, and Asuras. So Lord Brahma said, stop, don't do anything. Then, with his deliberation, with much thinking, he gave birth Narada from his mind. Narada is born from the mind of Brahma. Therefore, we should pray to Narada also that please forgive us any offenses in deity worship. So therefore, this process of devotional service is very powerful. There is tremendous power. So if you follow this very strictly, then we can overcome this material desire. So we have to be very careful, very cautious. We have to always be devotee, because this lusty desire, material desire is very strong, and no one can say that I have no power. I don't have material desire. Everybody is harassed by this material desire. But by the mercy of the devotee, we can overcome it. Therefore, we should always be devotee. Any devotee, junior, senior, or equal. When we become little senior, there is problem. Just like when you're climbing on a tree, when you go up, the branches become very thin. Right? Right? So it will break, any time it will break. Similarly, when you become senior, then you have to be more careful. You should be always in association of devotee. And by association devotee, you will be protected. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to South India, so Nityananda Prabhu devotee request Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that here is nice brahmachari called Krishna Das, is very simple devotee, please take him as your assistant. So Lord Chaitanya took him, and when is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in South, where it was? Kanyakumari. Kerala, yeah, it was Kerala. So there was one group of Bhattahari. Bhattathari, yeah. Okay. So their work is to allude man to their camp. So one day when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got up, he saw Kal Krishna is not there. The ladies of that Bhattathari, they attracted him and took him with them. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got up, he said, where is Kal Krishna, my assistant? Then he understood. Then he went to there. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you are sannyasi, I am also sannyasi. Why are you taking my assistant? Please give my assistant back. So the Bhattahari became very angry and they attacked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with weapons. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's power, all the weapon came out from their hands and attacked them only. And they started running, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took hold of Kal Krishna by his hair and brought him back. And then he gave, when he came back to Jagannath Puri, he gave this, take this devotee, is very, I don't want to do anything with him. He's strange devotee, I don't want him, do what you want to do with him. So when Kal Krishna Das understood that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected him, he became started crying, he became very morose. Then devotee, Param Kripalu, Nityananda Prabhu, then they met together and they said that he should not be bereft of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's seva. So then they decided that they asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that devotee Navdeep, they are very anxious. You are not there in last 2 years. There are no news about you. So can we send somebody? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, do what you want to do. And then they sent Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Kal Krishna Das to Navdeep to give news of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is still there protecting his devotee till today. So when you chant properly, associate with it properly, and practice due service properly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will surely protect us. Therefore, we should keep following the process of due service very sincerely in the association of devotee with great enthusiasm, and result will surely come. And Krishna will be pleased with us. Krishna is Madan Mohan. And Kama is a Cupid, Kamadev. And when Krishna can subdue Madan Mohan, thousands of Madan Mohan, Kamadev, therefore is Madan Mohan. Okay. So therefore one should pray to the Lord that, please Lord, please protect us from this greatest impediment in our path of devotional service. There is a nice verse in 11th canto. जात श्रद्धावत कथासु निर्विन्न सर्वकर्मसु वेद दुखात्मकान् कामान् परित्यागे अपि अनीश्वर ततो भजेत् मां प्रीता श्रद्धालु दृढ़ निश्चया जुष्माच्युतान् कामान् दुःखदर्कं च घरयन्. Having awakened faith in the narration of my glories, being disgusted with material activity, knowing that all sense gratification lead to misery, but still being unable to renounce all sense enjoyment, my devotee should remain happy and worship me with great faith and conviction. Even though he sometimes engages in sense enjoyment, my devotee knows that all sense gratification lead to miserable result, and he sincerely repents such activity. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Any question? Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.